Hi there, welcome to PF Woodworks. I wanted to show off my husband's latest project, and that is this wood advent calendar with chalk paint that you can number the days left for Christmas. He's going to show you the video and show you how to make this project. So enjoy that video. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do, and add any comments or add any questions if you have. And Merry Christmas.
So for this project, just going to use some scrap 2x4 that I had laying around. You could buy new 2x4 or any type of wood you might have around. So I'm going to start by avoiding these holes and maybe the knots. I'll put my first line here. Then I'll go out about 7 or 8 inches. So let's say 7.5 inches. That'll be my first piece, and the next piece make a bit smaller, maybe 6 inches, or maybe we'll do 6.5 inches. So maybe we'll do 6.5 inches. And the next piece, let's see what we have left here. Could probably do this 6.5 again. And the top piece will just be a little bit smaller than that, so let's just do 4 there. I can adjust all these measurements later once they're cut and see what they look like. So using a scrap piece, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces for this project. So I'll cut that now. I could use a table saw, the miter saw, or whatever saw you might have. So safety first, safety glasses. And then we'll make the first cut here. So here are the 4 pieces I'll make up the project. I'll have one piece like that, one piece like this, another one like that. I think maybe I might make that one a little smaller. And then one piece like that. So I think these all could be a little bit smaller, I think, for the look. So let me cut these guys a little bit, and then we'll get on to the next step. Okay, so I've resized the pieces like the first one has before. So about 7.5 inches. The next one I made 6 inches. The next one 5 inches. And the next one 4 inches. Now this was all scrap 2x4s. Now I'm going to plane all the edges a little bit. If you don't have a planer or joiner, you could do it with a sander, of course. So I'll do that step next. As this wood was from scrap bin, there are some holes and stuff, so I'm going to fill that in with wood filler and let that dry, and we'll move on to the next step after that. Since this was some rough lumber, I did fill in the holes with some wood filler, so next step will be to sand that. Then after that, because I did plane the edges and that, I'm going to round off all the corners. You can do that either with a sander or with a router, round over router bit. So that'll be the next steps. Okay, so now I'll do the round over. Again, you could use the sander or any method you wish. So here's the pieces with the front side with the round over. I was debating whether to do the back side, but I think I won't once it's put together. I think it'll look good with just the front. Next step will be to paint the blocks. I'm going to be doing green, red, green, red. So I'm just using paint on hand. I'm not sure if this would be the color I would choose otherwise if I was to buy, but this is Hunter Green. And I just have some spray red. So hopefully there's enough to do that. So I'm going to start first with the red pieces. So put these aside so it doesn't get any overspray. So the second one and the top one will be the red. I was debating when I put these together whether I was going to just leave them loose or glue them, but I think I'm going to glue them. So just to have a little bit of gluing on wood that's not painted, just going to add a little bit of tape. It's not something that's going to be requiring a whole lot of glue. So I'll just put a little bit of tape here. On each of the pieces where they're going to be glued together. Then I'll be able to paint these two pieces with the spray paint. For the top, I don't need to paint the front face. So that should do it for the red. Next I'll do the green. The red and green paint's now all dried. The next step is going to use some chalk paint to put onto the top piece. So I've bought this Rust-Oleum chalkboard paint. So we'll give that a try. Stir it up. And then we'll just paint the top part of this block. So from the looks of it, it's probably going to take a couple of coats. So we'll let that dry. While that's drying, you can start by doing the lettering on here. At this point, I guess you could be creative using, if you're good at handwriting or at artistic flair, then you could paint it on with a brush or a paint pen. If you had something like a Cricut or Silhouette machine, you could make some vinyl stickers. In my case, I'm just going to try to transfer something on there. It's going to say days until Christmas, and the top part will be the chalk paint, so you can just put chalk to change the numbers. So I'm going to do an attempt to do routing this. So I'll set the stencil on it, and then I'll trace it, and then I'll try to route it. So I'm going to start the carving with the router. The first piece is days. So here's the first one done. Let's see what it turned out. I think it's good, just need to clean it out a bit. Now I'll continue with the rest. Here it is after doing the carving. At first I thought maybe I'd paint it white, the lettering, but I think I like it the way it looks. So what's next? I still just touch up some of the paint, do another coat of the chalk paint, and then assemble it all. So here's the glue up of the 4 pieces. Now I'll just let that glue set and I'll show you the final product. So here's the finished product, just using chalk to put down the countdown. Now we have 12 days till Christmas. So overall it's a pretty simple project, just using 2x4 and cutting into blocks, painting, and doing whatever you want for the letterings. You could also dress this up with a little bit of ornament type things. You can be as creative if you want. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks again for watching, and see you again next time. Bye.